Hello, and happy Monday, everybody. I hope your Halloweenies were awesome. We had the best time um, across the board, I have to say, because we live in a condo complex that has 10 sections, meaning 10 HOAs, so it's really big. And for the last, like, lived here quite some time. And I have to say, we maybe would get on a normal year like six groups of trick or treaters. And sometimes it dwindled less, but that was usually the max. And then last year, we got maybe two because of the COVIDs. But this year, our entire our entire HOA, all of the groups voted, and four of the sections decided to participate. And one section had like adult beverages and candy for the kids, and decorations and a photo booth so people could take pictures. Our section did movies, like a drive-in movie kind of thing, and candy. And then I think another section did candy and games or something. And then we had this one house that had huge display. It was the most wonderful community based Halloween I think we have ever had. And so hundreds of kids and adults came, and it was so fun. It was like the most beautiful, fun-filled day. And so I wanted to share that. So I hope you guys had a similar fun-filled Halloween that was wonderful. And happy Day of the Dead to all the folks that play in that arena. I think that's a wonderful thing. And All Saints Day. And by the way, it's Buddy's Gotcha Day. He's my office assistant, Buddy, the puppy alight. He's sitting over here sleeping, but it's his Gotcha Day. Yay, Buddy. Okay, so today we have so much going on, y'all. So much going on. Let's see. I'm gonna pull my notes so that I don't miss anything. Oh, and I've been rambling on. Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Soul Coach Michele, your friendly neighborhood super woo, soul coach, and manifesting maven. And every week at 11 a.m. Central US time, we are right here doing the weekly energy report and oracle card pull for the collective, so that you can kind of have your weather report to navigate the week with ease, grace, and positive manifesting. Because it's been an interesting couple of years, and we are in such a wonderful state of ascension, and I'm really excited. So we have a new moon this week. So much going on. New moon on Thursday in Scorpio. We'll talk about that. I got message from Spirit to share with you. Then eclipse season is after that. So lots of shadow work, honeys. Lots of shadow work coming. We're going to talk about that a minute. And then at the end of this, I will be pulling a winner for the October contest. We ran a contest in October for you YouTube subscribers. Since I actually made the big move from Facebook Lives to here solely, I will probably do a live on that when I get more clarity. But I was instructed probably a couple years ago to do this, but oh my gosh, it feels so good. I don't know why I waited to be over here on YouTube with you guys. Anyway, so also quick note before I start pulling cards and doing all the fun things. So I gotta forget the cards. I am releasing today. I'll probably put like a big announcement graphic up on Facebook and Instagrams and whatnot. But because you're my subscribers, you hear it here first. Free 7-day manifesting quick start course is now available. Some of you have already downloaded it because I've kind of been like whispering in ears. If you go down here to the bottom, you will find the link for that, and you will be able to get the very first welcome module come straight to your email. The other modules, just as a side note, the other modules are in the lesson portal. So when you sign up, you create an account, and then every day you'll get a little email that says, hey, your new thing is open. Go to the lesson portal and get all the video yumminess. And so just so you know if that's what's going on. So spirit messages. Let's talk spirit messages, because again, energy report is first, and then we use clarification with our cards. So I'm just going to, again, they talk to me. I take dictation. I'm just going to read it to you. This is the spirit message for this week. So, and I don't want to miss anything. So that's why I'm kind of looking off to the side here to read it to you. So this week, we will be called to acknowledge, lean in, and love on your shadow. I know you're gonna be like, oh man, really? I gotta hang out in the cave again? Ugh. But don't worry, there is good reason for all of this. Remember, nothing is wasted. Okay. I know there is popular knowledge to release the shadow and get rid of the shadow, but that is not actually possible nor a good idea. A lot of people, when they like put out their little lead magnets or their memes or whatever, and they talk about shadow by getting rid of it. And you can't get rid of your shadow. It's part of who you are. Okay. Your shadow is part of who you are. It is where your soul lessons happen and wait to teach you. Okay. So if you shun your shadow. Really should like ask spirit not to create such alliteration because if you shun your shadow, you deny part of your being and your greatest teacher. It's not fun, but it is part of who you are, and it will always be there as a part of your inner balance, the light and the shadow. So let's look like remember that, okay? Remember, your shadow isn't bad. It's part of who you are. It's part of you that you need to love. And it creates balance within yourself. There's always with the shadow and the light. It's like in the Highlander, they're always, or what is it? The Jedi or Star Wars are like, you always got to have two, the light and the dark. That's how it's balanced. The force has to be balanced. And the new moon is a catalyst, they've said. The new moon is catalyst for big transformation in connection to the lessons and releasing of old programming that needs to be processed through, not released, processed. Because I think what the feeling that I got was when they were telling me this part was more about we already know we need to let go, and we already know that the old programming, the structures that have been coming down, we know up here they gotta go. We know. We witness, we see, our logic brain is like, okay. And then our emotion brain is like, shit, shit, shit. If I let go of it, what do I have? Wise mind says, you have the world as your oyster if you let go of it. So if you can get the logic mind and the emotional mind, which a lot of times emotional mind we kind of like have as like, and get into wise mind in that upper heart area, that wise mind says, when we release things and we process them, we claim the wisdom, let go of the ick, and we have opportunity space for whatever we want to put in there. That's the awesome. A lot of folks might be afraid of that, that I have nothing. No, you have the opportunity for everything. Okay. So that's one of the big messages. Now, the other thing is because this is a call, it's an invitation from spirit. A lot of times we're like, yeah, 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 I'm working on it. I can't tell you how many times I've heard people go, I'm working on it. You know what I'm working on it means? I'm not working on it. It means leave me alone. I don't want to hear about it. But the fact is, this time around, this is the invitation. No more working on it. You're either going to do or not do. There is no working on it, to paraphrase the Yodas. So that said, it's up to you to choose. It's always a choice, my darlings. Okay. So since it's Scorpio time, what is this choice inviting you to? It's inviting you for super honesty within yourself and super loyalty to yourself. Now, what does that mean? Is being conceited and being selfish? No, 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 no. High vibrational Scorpios is honesty with self, saying to yourself, I see the dark underbelly and I'm going to call it out for what it is. And then I can work with it. If I can be super loyal to myself, I'm going to say my core value is to take accountability and control of what I can control, which is internal, which is I choose to do the work. I choose to work with my shadow and ask what it needs versus the lower side, which is the I'm working on it. I don't want to deal with this right now. What'll happen is you're going to start standing in fear. You're going to start lower vibrational stuff when you don't do the loyalty and the honesty with self as you work through this. What'll happen is, and I don't want to see you do this, but I'm just going to tell you so you know. What'll happen is you might be afraid. Okay. If you choose to sit in that fear during this time and in fear of your shadow and ignore your shadow, the journey to manifesting what you want is not going to be fun because you're not going to manifest. You're going to be focusing on the stuff that you don't want rather than stuff that you do want. So what will happen is you try to control things. outside instead of where you can control, which is inside. You might start being really fearful. You might start being jealous and resentful of other folks who are actually doing their work and getting the things that they want. Okay. So, what I'm going to encourage you to do is to let all that shit go. I mean, that's the easy shit. Sitting in judgment is that self soothing ick that is like an impulse purchase. You buy the king size Reese cup and you think it's a great idea and it'll make you feel better when you have a shit day. But the fact is that after you swallow up those three ginormous Reese cups, you're going to feel like ick and you're going to be like, what am I? Now I got to go work out. So, if you could just say, look, I'm going to be honest with myself. I'm going to control what I can in myself. I'm going to choose to empower myself through accountability and choice and be loyal to the values that I know are going to keep me in alignment with the stuff that I want and this life that I want so that I can manifest the stuff that I want. That's when you will see the shifting. That's when your shadow and you will work together to bring about the stuff that you want in your life, and you will receive and process and all that kind of thing. And this new moon coming on Thursday, you might feel this buildup and it's going to be hard. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. It is not going to be like surfing the wave of funness because it's still shadow work. But the fact is, if you come to it from an I get to mindset versus a why the fuck is this happening mindset, you will do way better. Okay. So I see people popping in and out. If you are joining me, go ahead and I think, no, over here. Over here is the comment section for our live stream this morning. So say hello if you're here. If you're in the replay, the comment section to the right of the screen is closed, but you can comment below. So you're more than welcome to share there. And I just went through our message from Spirit, which is embracing your shadow. Embrace your shadow. Hey, Katie. Embrace your shadow and ask it. I mean, these are some new moon journal prompts, okay? Ask your shadow, what do you need? What do you need so that I can support you as you support me? Because really, your shadows are support you, okay? I want to be really clear about that. Your shadow is always there. Like, and even in Peter Pan, the shadow was a little bit mischievous in Peter Pan, but the shadow was part of, he knew it was part of who he was. You know, it was part of the personality. So getting to know your shadow gives you data points, gives you lesson points, and you can encourage each other in a state of balance if you instead learn to love it instead of fear it. So that's the message from Spirit today. So what are we going to do? We're going to say, what does our shadow side, because we're doing shadow work this week, all this week, the build up today, you might start feeling some conflict going on. The closer we get to Thursday, you're going to feel that. But again, if you can understand that what that is an invitation for you to step into a partnership with your shadow as opposed to running and hiding under the bed, it'll feel a lot better. You will have to do the work, but it'll feel better. It won't feel like you're trying to swim upstream. Okay. So let's pull some cards. What does our shadow as a group, what does the shadow need to support our path? So what does your shadow need to support your path? Okay, I'm going to pull 3 cards because that's what we're doing. Here's our one. Oh, that's nice. Nice, nice, nice. Love it. And what are our helpers for this? What are our helpers? Yep. Hey, get in there. No more? Okay. Pop. I knew you'd pop me out. There we go. Oh, and we got R2. Okay. Interesting. Okay. This is kind of funny. Okay. So what do we need? What does our shadow need to support our path? What does your shadow need to support your path? Card number 1, which is the answer, is Be Here Now. Hummingbird Spirit. It feels as if, and this is a perfect card to come up because when you think about the hummingbird is always moving. It's always flitting around and floating around and moving at like warp speed almost to where you can't barely see it and bump, bump, bump like this. But it's always in the present moment, always knows where it's headed because it's so present that even at moving at that speed, it doesn't ever injure itself. Okay. So understand that the key to all of this, the key to not slipping into those low vibrational fear, jealousy, resentment things as you do the shadow work and you stay in that mindful, be here now state, Doing that will keep you in that higher vibrational, I'm totally honest with myself without attachment to those outcomes of what the feelings feel like. And remember, they're only feelings, okay? They do impact us a lot, but they're thoughts that we have kept in ourselves, creating feelings for so long that we now are we got to be in super awareness, be here now to process. Okay. So super awareness. Now, how are we going to do this? How are we going to stay here? And it's so funny. So we have rabbit spirit. Rabbit, and she pretty. I love her. So rabbit spirit came in upside down. It says now is a lucky time. So more nowness. And it's upside down because what I think you're feeling is two things. One, oh, my ear is itching. Somebody's not listening. Whoever that is, this is for you. Now is a lucky time in reverse is either reverse cards are I didn't know that, I'm ignoring that, or I forgot that I knew that. And I think what it is I forgot that I knew that. There has so much been going on, y'all, that we almost forget. We're always being pushed and pulled to either stay focused on what we need to do in the future or what we could have done better in the past, even though technically 2020 hindsight is perfect and you did your best in the past. This is a reminder that the present moment is the best time to be in because we always are like, oh shit, I got a plan, or oh, I need to go do this other. But the fact is that your present moment is where your power is. It is a lucky time because you get to choose in every present moment. Like right now, if you're choosing to watch this right now, be present with me. Be present with me so that you receive this message. Be present when you're cooking dinner so that you don't burn yourself or cut your finger. Like those are practical ways to be present. But if you be present within self, doing the meditations on Insight Timer or some other ones, whatever your favorite ones, to really connect to inner self, that's where your power is. So the reason that two cards are like, hey, not only is it be here now, but let me remind you that that power that you have within you is activated when you are in the present moment, when you are mindful and aware of what you're feeling, what you're doing, where you are in space and time, all of that kind of stuff is really, really important. And it's lucky. Positive, lucky 4-leaf clover mindfulness, okay? And doing 4-leaf clover breathing, if you want to put it that way. And just a 16-second meditation is all it takes. Inhale for 4, hold it for 4, exhale for 4, and then hold it out for 4, and then just go back to your normal breathing to give yourself a pattern interrupt and collect information and data on what am I feeling right now? What am I thinking right now? What is my inner self talking to me? Am I leaning into my inner critic or am I leaning into my inner love? That's where your power is because when you know those things, you can choose. If your inner critic is being really dominant, you can be like, I don't want to listen to you right now. I hear you, acknowledge you, but no, now we'll have an appointment later. Okay. Last card as a supporter for the Be Here Now. When you be here now, scarab. Talk about an ancient beetle all over Egypt. Okay, magic moves through you. Okay, and it works through you. So, what that means is if you choose, and this is always a choice, it's an invitation, you are being invited in to do this. If you choose, be here now, and then you learn how to do that and understand the reason why we're saying be here now is because that's your lucky power time. Be in the moment. That is whenever you can choose what direction you want to go. When you are mindful, you can check in with yourself, your thoughts, your body, all of the things to make sure you are moving in the direction you want to go. You are aligned with that which you are desiring. You're either taking inspired action or you are chopping wood and carrying water so that the universe can help move you forward. Okay? Understand that that's the only time that you can check in and make decisions. So the more time you spend in the present moment, the more empowered you will become. I swear to God. I'm not saying that I'm there all the time, but I strive to be there more than not so that I can choose how I respond, so that I can choose what my thoughts are. And if I have an inner critic moment or an IBSC, itty bitty shitty committee moment, I can say, okay, what are you trying to tell me? And do I really want to listen to that? Okay. The only way to do that and make those choices and let go of those things is present moment. And the way when you do that, what shows up? Magic. Magic moves through you because when you can change those thought process, when you process it through, like the new moon in Scorpio right now, if you are honest with yourself and you are loyal to your core values, which are what gives you alignment, it tells your core values will tell you if you're in alignment or not. Does this feel aligned with what I believe to be true for me, for my life, for what I want? When you can do all that in your present moment, the magic will move through you this week and you will process the things and create an opportunity space for more stuff, for more energy to flow in, for more people that are aligned with you. And we're going to have a couple of, the feeling I get is this is kind of the big catalyst. And then there's the process time. There is the time where you might be seeing, oh, I didn't see that before. I need to work on that too. For the next, I think we have some eclipses coming. That kind of stuff happens there. It's the opportunity to lean into the transcendence, to lean into the transformation, to let go of the things that are dead. Don't poke it with a stick and come on, let's go and move and level up. Okay. So if you can do these things in conjunction with the spirit reading from earlier in the video, that's where you're going to find your answers. That's where you're going to find your peace. That's where you're going to find your manifestations. That's where you're going to transcend the 3D into the 5D and start just moving up the scale and feeling these things come and go. That's where. So encourage mindfulness through this week. And the thing is, this week's going to be challenging. I ain't going to lie. It's going to be challenging. But again, meditation, mindfulness activities, which maybe you're a musician, you play an instrument, you sing, or maybe you just like singing and you sing in the car or the shower, or you love your music. Find the songs that lift you up and play them and sing along. Sing along with the positive songs. I actually have a playlist. It's a little old, and but it is here on the channel where I have lists of songs, and they're all kind of in there that lift me up that I put on sometimes. I do need to update them because I do there's new music happening all the time, or you remember old songs that you love. But make your playlist. Make your shadow playlist that'll keep you high vibrational. What songs are with my core values? What makes me feel good? Play that music to raise that vibration, to stay in those high vibrational states so that you can be present in the moment. Because music, it's interesting. There's studies been done, white papers on this. I'm not making this up, and it's not woo-woo hocus pocus. It's a truth. Your brain on music is highly functional and present moment because it doesn't know how to not be. So when you're singing, playing an instrument, listening to music, and you're focused on something or any sort of creative activity, even if it's some popsicle glue thing from kindergarten, that's a present moment thing. So practice your present moment, stay high vibrational through your music, and stay with yourself. Stay loyal and honest to you. That is my reading for you this week for the collective. If you missed the first half, you can go back and see it on the replay. Always first half is energy message from spirit. Second is card pulls to support the energy message. That's what we're doing this week. So this week, lots of shadow work. Bless yourself with love and love on that shadow. And then also be in the present moment to be able to navigate it from a perspective of love and not fear. So that said, that's our reading for the week. Let's get on to some fun stuff like pulling names out of the hat, which by the way, I do need to throw all these in here, which everybody, it's so funny. I'm so behind. Yesterday took all of my time. So I'm just going to cut these up really, really quick and throw them in the sorting hat. And you probably can hear this. Isn't that terrible? That's so funny. You can probably hear it because I'm doing it right next to the mic. And I'm just going to put everybody's names in here. And I'm going to do the sorting hat. And it's not really a witch hat because that's downstairs. I do have a witch hat, but it's downstairs. So I went in Darren's office because he's at his office today outside. He has a professional office outside the house. And so he's over there today. So I stole his top hat. He has a Victorian top hat. And I stole it so that I could use it as my sorting hat for this. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. And I'm just going to fold everybody up and throw them in the hat. And you can see me doing this. I was going to use like a computery thing, but I think we all know that is kind of not my sweet spot. So doing it old school, with paper and scissors and kindergarten like is kind of more my thing. So here I am folding all the things, and I have everybody's email this time. So it's not like last time where YouTube was like, oh, by the way, we don't tell you who everybody is that signs up for your channel, which pissed me off because that meant like, oh man, I can't do it that way. So we had to just do it this way. And it's all good. And I will pull the names out of the hat in a hot minute for that. Yay. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. And bum, bum, bum. And okay. Good. Now I'm going to see, here's our hat. Isn't that fancy? It's got a feather. La, la, la. La, la. Okay. I'm not even looking. I'm going to put it in there and let's see. Who do we have? I'm going to pull it out. Okay. Who is it? Sorting Hat says, oh my God, Sorting Hat says Matthew Sanders. Ooh, is my winner. So Matthew, you and me are gonna get on YouTube, or I'll just do it, and you can just watch it. I know that Matthew is not super extroverted, but I love him to pieces, and he's my person. He's the winner. Congratulations, Matthew. Oh, I shouldn't show you his email. So here. Matthew. Yay, congratulations. He won. Yay, Matthew. So I will be emailing you, Matthew, if you don't see this before I email you. And we will get on here on the YouTubes and do you a 3-card reading live. And again, anytime I do a private reading or even like the Halloween readings or any reading, really, you watch one from 3 weeks ago. The fact is that if you're watching it and you're called to watch it, it's all synchronicity, okay? Or I think Colette Baron Reed calls them cledons, where there's a reason you're there. There's messages for you. So that's why I'm going to do these on YouTube, because I want everyone to feel like, there's messages for everybody. We're all the law of oneness. We all are one. So when there's messages for me or you, there's messages for others. Okay. So that's why I want to do these on the live stream. And let me put that up. And so I'm so excited that you guys could be with me today. If you're watching the replay, comment below. If you want to join me live for the live streams, you can come. It's from 11 to 11:30 on Mondays so that you can start your week and have energy report and card pulls for the week so you know what to expect and how to navigate. And then let's see. Oh, of course. Subscribe if you love this. Click the bell so you know when I go live or there's a new video posted. And below are all the links that you need, whether you decide I love the reading for the collective and I need one for myself that's more specific. There's a link there for that. There's also a link for the new free 7-day manifesting course below. And then there's also, reminder, the 11th of November, 11/11, we're going to be doing the collective 2022 tarot card reading that I created the spread specifically for New Year's. It's my spread, and it's 14 cards, and so it'll be for the collective. And then if you would like, I know tons of people, this is probably I think my 4th or 5th year doing specific New Year's readings for folks individually, so you can book you can schedule that if you like, or join live for the tarot card reading for 2022 on the 11th of November. So it'll be an 11/11 portal. It'll be great. It'll be fabulous. And that's it. So again, this week, Catalyst Week, dance with that shadow and dance well. I encourage you to lean into love with your shadow. Ask your shadow constantly for guidance, saying, what is the lesson I need to learn here? Why am I feeling uncomfortable? The only way to do that is be in the present moment. So lots of meditation, lots of self-compassion, doing creativity things, all that kind of stuff will support this, okay? Other than that, that is my love for you today. And I am so excited that you joined me today. Again, every Monday at 11 Central in the morning, we are here doing the weekly energy report and doing the oracle card pull for the collective. Subscribe, click the bell, and I will see you next week. But until then, I'll see you in the vortex. I love you bunches. Have a great week, y'all. Mwah! Bye, and happy new moon.